straight, I'd been taking pain to the extreme and coming back for more. I'd succeeded in spurts, only to be buried alive in failure. That night, the only thing that allowed me to continue pushing forward was the knowledge that everything I'd been through had helped callous my mind. The question was, how thick was the callus? How much pain could one man take? Did I have it in me to run on broken legs? I woke up at 3:30 the next morning and drove to the base. I limped to the Bud's cage where we kept our gear and slumped onto a bench, dropping my backpack at my feet. It was dark as hell inside and out, and I was all alone. I could hear the rolling surf in the distance as I dug through my dive bag. Buried beneath my dive gear were 2 rolls of duct tape. I could only shake my head and smile in disbelief as I grabbed them, knowing how insane my plan was. I carefully pulled a thick black tube sock over my right foot. The shin was tender to the touch, and even the slightest twitch of the ankle joint registered high on the suffering scale. From there, I looped the tape around my heel, then up over my ankle and back down to my heel, eventually moving both down the foot and up my calf until my entire lower leg and foot were wrapped tight. That was just the first coat. Then I put another black tube sock on and taped my foot and ankle the same way. By the time I was done, I had 2 sock layers and 2 tape layers. And once my foot was laced up in the boot, my ankle and shin were protected and immobilized. Satisfied, I did up my left foot, and an hour later, it was as though both my lower legs were sunk into soft casts. It still hurt to walk, but the torture that I'd felt when my ankle moved was more tolerable. Or at least I thought so. I'd find out for sure when we started to run. Our first training run that day was my trial by fire, and I did the best I could to run with my hip flexors. Usually we let our feet and lower legs drive the rhythm. I had to reverse that. It took intense focus to isolate each movement and generate motion and power in my legs from the hip down. And for the first 30 minutes, the pain was the worst I'd ever felt in my life. The tape cut into my skin, while the pounding sent shockwaves of agony up my slivered shins. And this was just the first run in what promised to be 5 months of continual pain. Was it possible to survive this, day after day? I thought about quitting. If failure was my future, and I'd have to rethink my life completely, what was the point of this exercise? Why delay the inevitable? Was I fucked in the head? Each and every thought boiled down to the same old simple question. Why? The only way to guarantee failure is to quit right now, motherfucker. I was talking to myself now, silently screaming over the din of anguish that was crushing my mind and soul. Take the pain, or it won't just be your failure, it will be your family's failure. I imagined the feeling I would have if I could actually pull this off, if I could endure the pain required to complete this mission. That bought me another half mile before more pain rained down and swirled within me like a typhoon. People have a hard time going through Bud's healthy, and you're going through it on broken legs. Who else would even think of this, I asked? Who else would be able to run even 1 minute on 1 broken leg, let alone 2? Only Goggins. You are 20 minutes in the business, Goggins. You are a fucking machine. Each step you run from now until the end will only make you harder. That last message cracked the code like a password. My calloused mind was my ticket forward, and at the 40-minute mark, something remarkable happened. The pain receded to low tide. The tape had loosened so it wasn't cutting into my skin, and my muscles and bones were warm enough to take some pounding. The pain would come and go throughout the day, but it became much more manageable. And when the pain did show up, I told myself it was proof of how tough I was and how much